Where's Gershon now? Still in Israel or?
I think so. Baby's 3 weeks old, 2 weeks old. Okay. Welcome, everybody, to the Garden of the Spirit class studying apples from the orchard for the second time, beginning after Pesach 2014. This class meets in Long Meadow, Massachusetts, center of the universe, and is held in memory of Malka Ruth Bas Moshe, Margaret Vogel of blessed memory. Apples from the Orchard contain selections of teachings of Kabbalah from the Arizal, Rabbi Sakluria, based on the weekly Torah portion, superbly translated and explained by Rabbi Moshe Wisniewski. Today we are on page, what did you say? 10,003. I'm sorry, 1,003.
10,000. Wow.
1,003. Okay. Hopefully we're going to do 1 and 2 today. It's 9 pages, but a few charts. Okay, begin. So this is fourth parsha to the end of the Torah, rounding third and heading for home. Alan, please begin.
And
Nitzavim 1.
Nitzavim, the blessing of a name. And it will be when all these things come upon you, the blessing and the curse which I have placed before you, and you return in your heart while amongst the people to whom Hashem your Hashem has exiled you, and you return to Hashem your Hashem and hearken to his voice in accordance with all that I have commanded you today, you and your children, with all your heart and soul. Then Hashem your Hashem will return your exiles and have mercy upon you, and he will turn to gather you from amongst all these people whence Hashem your Hashem has scattered you. Even if the scattered among you be at the ends of the heavens, Hashem forbid, Hashem your Hashem will gather you and take you from there, and Hashem your Hashem will bring you to the land that your fathers inherited, and you will inherit it, and he will do better to you and multiply you more than your fathers. And Hashem your Hashem will circumcise your heart and the heart of your children, so that you may love Hashem your Hashem with all your heart and soul, for the sake of your life. And Hashem your Hashem will visit all these curses upon your enemies and those who hate you, who pursued you. But you will return and listen to the voice of Hashem and do all his commandments, which I have commanded you today. And Hashem your Hashem will multiply the work of your hands, the fruit of your womb, the fruit of your animals, and the fruit of your land. For Hashem will again rejoice in you as he rejoiced in your fathers. If you will listen to the voice of Hashem your Hashem to keep all his commandments and statutes written in this Sefer Torah, if you return to Hashem your Hashem with all your heart and soul. In Parshas Nitzavim, Moshe addresses the Jewish people, exhorting them to follow Hashem's commandments. The above quoted 10 verses of this address are a section by themselves, and in them the name Havaya, here indicated by the word Hashem in boldface, occurs 14 times. The text of these verses seems to be redundant to places, but the Arizal will demonstrate that this is not so.
Okay, thank you. So number 1, after the curses of the previous parsha, Moshe foretells that the Jewish people will take to heart in their far-flung lands. They will do teshuvah, and Hashem will bring them back to Israel. While Hashem will transfer the curses to the enemies of Israel, the Jewish people will serve Hashem wholeheartedly. It says, Hashem will multiply the work of your hands, the fruit of your womb, the fruit of your animals, and the fruit of your land. In this passage, Hashem's name Havaya is written 14 times. Now these 10 psukim contain Hashem's name Havaya 14 times. The gematria of Havaya is 26, and 26 times 14 is 364. Now actually, this passage that speaks of Hashem's benevolence and close relationship with Israel is closely associated with a level known as the 370 bright lights. I'm going to write a level or a phenomenon. Phenomenon, known as the 370 bright lights. Therefore, now we only got 370, so we're going to look for six more to add to 364 to reach 370. Give me a moment. What? Did I delete something?
No, not yet. I don't know.
I think I deleted something.
I don't think so.
You hit undo.
Oh boy. Let me hold on. I'm gonna try this. Actually, I know what I'm gonna do. Give
I
me
know what I can do.
Alan. Go on to read the next thing. This section.
Okay, I want to see some. I want to see if you deleted anything or not.
We go on to this section.
Okay. This section consists of 10 verses, each of which contains the name Havaya. Some verses contain this name twice, such that this name occurs 14 times in all. The numerical value of this name is 26. Thus, the numerical value of all 14 names is 364. We are thus lacking the number 6 if we wish to reach the number 370. 370 is the number of lights that shine from the face of Arhanpin, as discussed previously on Parshas Bamidbar Naso. These verses discuss Hashem's forgiveness, which originates in the parts of Arhanpin, Hashem's will to create and sustain creation in general, and the Jewish people in particular, so it is to be expected that the number 370 be encoded in them.
Okay. Yes, there's a whole bunch. The whole thing got deleted. I don't know how. Just a minute. I want to change that to phenomenon. 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 Okay. Now, three. The pasuk I quoted, number one, has the word fruit of, three times. Fruit of your womb, fruit of your animals, fruit of your land. The last letter of free is yud. We are going to focus for a moment on the three yud. Okay, go ahead, Alan.
The missing 6 are derived as follows. In the phrase, and Hashem your Hashem will multiply the work of your hands, the fruit of your womb, the fruit of your animals, and the fruit of your land, the expression the fruit of occurs 3 times. There are 3 yuds in these expressions. The word for the fruit of peri is spelled pei resh yud. The letter yud is the sign of the construct form. The threefold expression of Hashem's blessing is taken as an emphatic statement of the forgiveness these verses describe.
Okay, I'm not sure what that means, the construct form. I put in a question to my Mr. Language person, and I did not hear back yet. Now, number 4. You may remember when the Torah relates that Moshe split the sea, there are 3 consecutive psukim with 72 letters each. Rashi and Gemara Sukkah explains.
Scroll down to number 4.
Yeah, we're not, we need to scroll.
We're
What?
only on number 3.
I'm not even through 3.
You don't see this?
We only see 3, the beginning of 3.
Just
Okay,
the
hold on.
first line of 3.
Give me a minute. Do you see 4 now?
Yes.
Okay, well, so Rashi and Gemara Sukkah explains that we set up a chart with 72 columns and 3 rows. We write the first pasuk in the top row, 1 letter per column. In the second row, we write the second pasuk, but we start with the last letter, and we work backwards to the first letter. In the third letter, we write the third pasuk in the normal order from beginning to end. So we've mentioned this a number of times, and I actually had a file which I found quickly. I knew where to find it with these things. Here is the first pasuk. Vayisa malach holakim halech, that the angel of Hashem that had been in front of the camp of Israel now went behind them, and the cloud pillar that was in front of them also went behind them. The second line, Vayavo bein Machane Yisrael bein Machane Yisrael, that it went between the camp of the Egyptians and the camp of Israel, the cloud and the darkness, and it lit up the light, and neither was able to approach the Egyptians were not able to approach the Israelites all night. The third line, Vayit Moshe es yado al hayam, Moshe stretched out his arm over the sea. Hashem caused a mighty east wind all night, and the water split. Each of these three consecutive psukim has 72 letters. Now, because of space, I couldn't get 72 columns on one line. So I had to split up into two lines.
Okay.
Okay? You can see where my cursor is the top row, column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4, up to column 9. After that, I couldn't squeeze two digits into the box. So it's next is 10, 11, 12, and so on. And then all the way at the end is 36. Go to the lower chart, and we have 37, 38, 39, working right to left until all the way to the left is column number 72. As we said, the top row is the first pasuk there. Vayisa malach holakim, and you look, there's one letter in each column. Vav, Yud, Samachayin, Mem, Lamed, Aleph, Chaf, and so on across the top row, continuing on in the second chart. No, it's the second top row. In the next chart, where it says Aleph, Ches, Resh, Yud, Hey, all the way till the last word, Acharehem. The second pasuk, which I'm following my cursor up here, that it went between the camp of the Egyptians and the camp of the Israelites. This is written on the second, or in this case, the middle row. However, it's done backwards. So if we start with column 72, at the lower left, we have Vav, Yud, Beis, Aleph. Beis, Yud, Nun. Vayavo, Bein, Machane, Mitzrayim, U. Vein Machane Yisrael, Vayihi Ha'anan, back up to here. Oops, let's go here. We should know how to close this. Ve'hachoshech, Vayo'er es halayla, and so on, all the way back to the first. Is everyone with me on that?
Yeah.
Anyone lost?
No.
Okay, so the second pasuk is written backwards. Or you could say the last letter goes first, second to last letter, and so on. The third line, the pasuk Vayet Moshe es yado, is written frontward. Vayet Moshe es yado al hayam, v'yelach Hashem es yud kevav. There's a hey there, I left it out. Es hayam beruach kadim azah, and so on, all the way till the column 72. Okay, and now we have 72 columns. And each column is a code or a hidden name of Hashem. So the first one, Vav, Hey, Vav. Second one, Yud, Lamed, Yud. Third one, Samach, Yud, Tes. Next one, Aleph, Lamed, Mem. And so on. So we now have 72 columns, 72 hidden names of Hashem. One moment. All right. So now, where are we now? We now have 72 columns, 3 rows in each column, and a letter in each space. Reading down, each column is a name of Hashem of 3 letters. As an aside, let's see what we got here. As an aside, this is column, do you see my cursor? Oh, look at that. You see what I highlighted?
Yeah.
That spells Ani, Aleph Nun Yud. Okay, now let's go to the first one. Vav, hey, Vav. Okay? Why is this important? It's Ani Vahu. We say in the Hoshinas on Sukkot, Ani Vahu Hoshiana. Ani usually means I am, and Vahu usually means and he. This does not mean I and he. Ani Vahu, we are appealing to these special codes, these names of Hashem. Because if you look at the translation for the Hoshinas, it will not say I and he. It will say like, we appeal to you or something like that. Okay? So that is just one example. That was the aside. And the 37th column is Ani, and the first column is Vahu, Vav, Vav. In Hoshinas, we say in davening, on Sukkot, we say Ani Vahu Oshiana. Ani Vahu does not mean I and he. Rather, they refer to Hashem. Now, the Yuds, we just said before, that we're looking at the word pre, pre bitnecha, the fruit of your womb, pre admascha, the fruit of the land, and pre vamtecha, the fruit of your animals. I think were the three that we had. So we said three yuds. Look at the cursor. What do we got here?
3 yuds.
Three yuds.
Or in Parsha Shalach. There's 72
Yes,
names.
Shalach.
Yeah, 72 names.
There we go. That's right. Welcome, Rudy. There we have it, the three yuds. So 3 yuds is special. It's the name of Hashem. And that is why he brings us. The yuds at the end of the 3 words pre are one of these special names of Hashem in column 22. Okay, Alan, go ahead. Bottom of 1004.
These 3 yuds form one of the 72 names of Hashem. The reader should review here that our comments on Parshas Beshalach regarding how these 72 names are formed from 3 consecutive verses in that Parsha. When the 3 72-letter verses are aligned, the 22nd triplet or name is Yud Yud Yud, 3 yuds in a row.
One moment. Now, at the end of the passage in Nitzavim that we started this chapter with, it says, Yashuv Hashem Lasus. Hashem will again rejoice in you, whose initials are Yud, Yud, Lamed, which is the name in the second column, Yud, Lamed, Yud, in a different order. That is, come on. And that is over here, the second column, Yud, Lamed, Yud. So we have, again, 3 words at the end of this passage that we're looking at, whose initials have these 3 letters in a different order. Top 1005 at the top.
The verse also alludes to the name Yud Lamed Yud, inasmuch as these letters are the initials of the words for Hashem will again rejoice. Yashuv, which is Yud Kaf Vav Kei Lasus. This is the second of the 72 triplets in this array.
Okay, now these 2 names from the 22nd column and from the second column are 6 letters. And we're going to add them to 364 to get 370 for the 370 bright lights of Arachampin. The connection between this passage and the 370 bright lights is not based on the gematria. We're not sitting here trying to scramble to find the 6 more to find that we can align or get the 364 to equal 370. Rather, since there's a close association between this passage, this 370 bright lights, therefore we can find the connection in gematria as well. I'm going to ask Jim, to please do the next one.
These two names together possess 6 letters, bringing the total number associated with the names of God in this passage to 370, which are the number of lights a penitent individual merits to elicit upon himself from above.
Okay. And the 370 bright lights are associated with the 13 attributes of mercy that Moshe appealed to after the sin of the golden calf. There is a parallel, 13 attributes of mercy, in the book of Micha that we say in Slichos just a few lines before we open the Aron Kodesh for Shema Kolenu. The 370 bright lights and the 13 attributes of mercy are associated with the beard. Hair is connected to the skull or the face and represents a very narrow ray of divine energy from a very high source. In this case, a source that is capable of overlooking misdeeds and granting forgiveness. Each of the 13 attributes is associated with another section of the beard or face. The 7th one, he will again have mercy on us, is associated with the cheeks, the area of the face with no hair. This area of the face is sometimes shiny or glowing, and this represents Hashem's light shining without the restrictions of hair. And this is the idea of the 370 bright lights, the Shin Ayin Naharin. Go ahead, Jim.
These lights are the 370 lights that shine from the face of Erhampen in accordance with the mystical meaning of, he will again have mercy on us. The 2 cheeks, as stated in Zohar. The 13 attributes of divine mercy appear in 2 forms in the Bible. The more prevalent form is given fully in Exodus 34, 6-7, mighty, merciful, and gracious, long-suffering, abundant in kindness and truth, storing kindness to thousands, bearing iniquity, transgression, and sin, acquitting. This form is repeated in abbreviation several other times. The second form is that given in Micah 7, 18-20, who is a God like you, who pardons iniquity and forgives the transgressions of the remnant of his heritage. He does not maintain his anger forever because he delights in kindness. He will again have mercy upon us. He will suppress our iniquities. He will cast all their sins into the depths of the sea. You will show truth to Jacob, kindness to Abraham, as you have sworn to our fathers from days of old. As explained previously, the divine attribute of forgiveness and mercy is indicated in Kabbalah by the beard. These 13 attributes of mercy then correspond to 13 parts of the beard. The correspondence between both versions in the beard is as follows. 1, mighty, who is a God like you, sideburns. 2, merciful, who pardons iniquity, mustache. 3, and gracious, and forgives transgression, lack of hair in the middle of the mustache. 4, long, of the remnant of his heritage, the hair under the lower lip. 5, suffering. He does not maintain his anger forever. The lack of hair in the middle of the hair under the lower lip. 6, abundant in kindness because he delights in kindness, the hair of the jawbone, and truth. He will again have mercy upon us, the lack of hair in the cheeks. 8, storing kindness. He will suppress our iniquities, the upper layer of the beard. 9, to thousands. He will cast all their sins into the depths of the sea, the short hairs between the upper and the lower layers of the beard. 10, bearing iniquity. You will show truth to Jacob, the small hairs near the throat, and transgression, kindness to Abraham. The fact that these small hairs are all of equal size, and sin, as you have sworn to our fathers, the lack of hair in the mouth, and acquits from days of old, the lower layer of the beard.
We're looking at, I'm sorry, he says that. Go ahead.
Yes, what concerns us here is the 7th attribute part of the beard. At least in the Micah version, this is the specific attribute of mercy. It is associated with the part of the beard. It's actually not part of the beard, which is the lack of hair, beard hair, on the cheeks. As we explained, the overall meaning of hair is a highly concentrated but contracted form of life force, as evidenced by the dual fact that hair is constantly growing but can be cut without causing pain. The beard overall, thus, is a contraction of life force flowing from the head or the mind into the body, bypassing the usual channel of the throat, etc. It thus signifies God's great mercy by bypassing the usual rules He has set up for creation, granting us mercy and forgiving us. Within the general context of the beard, which basically covers the entire face, there are two cheeks. If we consider them as part of the beard as well, they signify the revelation within occultation, so to speak. The light or glow or expression shining from the face is obstruction by the beard, except for the part of the visage that is free of hair, that is in the cheeks, then. All the emotion expressed in the face, but covered by the beard, can be seen. As we said, the light shining from the face is the goodwill of forgiveness. This must be largely transmuted into the contracted form of hair in order to be able to reach the sinner in a form he can assimilate. But the exception is the cheek, the one part of the face that remains uncovered in order to express most fully God's unmitigated goodwill.
which is associated with overlooking misdeeds and granting forgiveness.
Mhm.
And this is from the high level of the Shin Ayin Nahor and the 370 bright lights.
Mhm.
So thank you. So thought to do I had thought to do the second chapter as well. And we started about half an hour ago.
Yeah.
I'd rather leave that for itself for another week.
Okay.
I was nearly done preparing it. One moment, stop share. There you go. Yeah, I was nearly done preparing, and I would have liked to do it. It's also interesting, maybe more interesting, but it deserves more time than cramming it into half an hour.
Okay.
So, oh, no, let me stop the